Hey guys, in this video, we're going to take a look at a guide on how to use the Samsung Galaxy A13. Now, at the moment, the phone has been reset back to the factory default. And before we can begin, you need to insert your SIM card to operate your device. On the left-hand side here is a SIM tray. You can use a SIM pin and push into the SIM tray, and this will allow you to take out the SIM tray. On the SIM tray, there is a slot for the nano SIM card. Now you can see here there are two slots. One slot has been blocked out. This is because depending on where you purchase your device, in some regions you can have dual SIM card, dual physical SIM card, and one slot for the micro SD card. Now I'm going to put in the one single physical SIM card, and then I'm going to put in the micro SD card right here. So we're going to place it in like so. Let's see if this is the right way. It could be the wrong way, so I'm just going to make sure that we put it in the right way. So I'm trying to see. Okay, so it has to be in that way. And then once you put the SIM card and the micro SD card in the correct direction, we can now put back the SIM tray into the device, like so. Alright, after that, you can press on the side button to turn on the screen. And from here, we can select a language or a region for your device. So go down the list here and select a language, and then tap on OK. So I'm going to select English, United States, and then tap on OK. Next, we tap on the Start button. And in here, tap on Agree to All, and then tap on Agree button at the bottom. Next, tap on Agreed. On the next screen, it says, do you want to add a Wi-Fi network? So I'm going to select my Wi-Fi network router to connect to Wi-Fi. And after that, you can put in your Wi-Fi password. Okay, put in the Wi-Fi password and tap on the connect button. And this will allow you to connect the device to your Wi-Fi router. After that, tap on the next button. And the phone will now try to connect to the server to check for any newer software updates. This may take a few minutes, so just be patient while your phone is getting updates. Okay, on the next screen, you can choose whether to copy the data over from an old Android device or an iPhone, or you can choose don't copy. So tap on the next button, and then tap on next. Now it will try to download the Smart Switch app. So here, if you want to transfer data over from a Galaxy or Android, then you would tap on that. Otherwise, if you want to transfer data over from an iPhone or iPad, you would select the second option. So if I choose Galaxy or Android, I tap on that and then tap on the continue button. Next, we can choose whether to use a cable or wireless. It will be faster if we have. Now on your other device, you may need to install the Samsung Smart Switch. So I'm going to install the Samsung Smart Switch on my old Android device. Okay, so once the Smart Switch has been installed on the older Android device, I'm going to tap on cable again. And it says here allow Smart Switch access Samsung Android, and I click on OK. And this time you can see here on my older device, it's recognized the Galaxy A13. So here I'm going to choose always open Smart Switch when Galaxy A13 is connected, and then tap on OK. And now it works. So make sure that on your old Android device you have the Samsung Smart Switch installed from the Google Play Store. And in here it detects that I have around 5.99 gigabyte to transfer all the data over. Now you can tap on custom and then tap on next. In here you can choose what to bring over, what to transfer the data over. You can transfer accounts, calls and contacts, messages, apps, Galaxy wearable settings, home screen, and so on. So you can choose what you want to transfer over, and then tap on the transfer button, and then after that it said here to transfer your Samsung account or Google account to your new phone, unlock your old device and tap on copy. So here we're going to tap on copy. So you can choose what you want to transfer over, and then select those options, and that will allow you to copy all the data over. And in here, I'm going to choose skip account on Google account, or you can choose to sign in later. So later on, I will show you how you can go into settings, and you can sign into your Google account and your Samsung account. For now, I'm going to tap on skip account, and again, we can skip all of these accounts. Okay, so the transfer is done. After that, we're going to tap on done, and ask you to sign into your Google account next. At this point, I'm going to disconnect the device, and here you have a chance to sign to your Google account, or you can do that later on in settings. If you do have a Google account, you can put it in here, your Google email address or the phone number, or you can create a brand new Google account if you don't have one. So in here, I'm going to put in the email address. Okay, so put in the email address and then tap on next, and then put in the password. Put in the password and tap on the next button. Okay, on the next screen, tap on more, and accept. And here you can choose a protection type to lock your screen. You can use face recognition, fingerprint, pattern, PIN, or password. So let's say we're going to choose PIN. You can put in the PIN and then tap on confirm PIN without tapping OK, so that when you put in the PIN, you do not need to tap on the OK button all the time. So we can tap on the continue button. Now put in the same PIN again to confirm and tap on OK. Now on the next screen, we can set up Hey Google. So tap on I agree, and then tap on I agree. And in here, you can choose which apps you want to install on your device. For example, if LinkedIn or Office is the one that you don't need, you can uncheck them. So uncheck any apps that you don't want to use on your device, and then tap on the OK button to proceed. Now it is getting your phone ready. And in here it says, do you want to sign into Samsung account? If you already have a Samsung account, you can sign in. If you don't have one, you can create one later on. You can sign in at this point in time, or you can skip. That is totally up to you. And at a later point, you can create a new Samsung account and sign in. So I'm going to use the same email address, and then I'll sign in to my Samsung account. Now, once you have signed in to your Samsung account, just turn on some of these features, such as turn on offline finding and accept to some of the terms there, and tap on agree button. After that, you can tap on the finish button to finish off. Now on the next screen, you can tap on the later button, and then it's the exit app setup. And then just tap on yes, because we can later on go to the Play Store and choose the app that we want to install. And we don't need it to recommend games and stuff that we no longer need. Okay, so tap on the yes button. And here we are now on the final home screen. And you can see here, if you swipe down, you can see the status. The phone still completing the setup, and it will still trying to download any apps. If you transfer the data over, it will need to download the apps and install them. So it will happen on the background, and from here, your phone is ready to be used. Now this is the app screen, where it will allow you to hold apps, icons, and widgets. So in here, you can touch and hold on the lock screen, and this will allow you to manage your lock screen. So swipe across and you'll be able to see all the lock screen pages. You can tap on the add button, and this will allow you to create additional home screen. And here you can see I have a blank home screen. I can also touch and hold on an icon and drag it across like this to create additional home pages. If I touch and hold into that, I can go up here at the top. I can select which one is the home page, so that when I tap on, so here I will choose this one as a home page, so that when I tap on the home button, it doesn't matter where I am. When I tap on the home button, it always takes me back to the actual default home page. I can also delete the home page by tapping on the delete button right here, and that will allow me to delete a home page. At the bottom here are wallpaper and style, themes, and widgets and settings. So tapping on wallpaper and style will allow me to change the wallpaper on the home screen. Now these are the default home screen and lock screen and home screen. I will just tap on the back and then tap on my wallpapers. In here there will be some default home screen wallpaper that you can choose. So I can choose this one here, and then I can choose whether to set the wallpaper for the home screen only, for the lock screen only, or for both lock and home screen. And then tap on set on lock and home screen. And in here you can choose a palette based colors from the wallpaper, or you can choose the default settings. And then tap on applied. You can also tap on the downloaded tab. It will show any wallpaper that you have downloaded or feature wallpapers. Alright, now we can go back. Down here is gallery. You can also select a picture from the gallery or a photos from the gallery to use as your wallpaper. And in here you can also choose lock screen, wallpaper, services, dynamic lock screen. Dynamic lock screen will allow your phone to get new lock screen wallpapers automatically and see something different each time. So you can choose dynamic lock screen. You can tap on the settings icon. In here you can choose which dynamic lock screen to use. So for example, cats, download. So tap on cats and then tap on download. It says can't download wallpapers. We need to first connect to Wi-Fi. So I'm going to swipe down and turn off airplane mode, and then this will allow me to turn on Wi-Fi, and I can download cats or dogs or animals. Okay, it is now downloading cats, so we're just going to wait for that to finish. Okay, now that it has been downloaded, we can now tap on the back key and tap on the back key here to go back to wallpaper and styles. Down here are color palettes, which we already have covered, and down here you can tap on apply dark mode to wallpaper. You can turn it on or off, and the last option is to explore more wallpapers, and this will allow you to download additional wallpaper. And you can go down the list here and download any additional wallpaper that you like to use. And that's it. So now if I go to my lock screen, you can see on my lock screen here, it will show cats. You can see every time I close my screen and turn it on, there will always be different pictures which display on your lock screen. And so that is the dynamic lock screen. And if I touch and hold on the home screen again, in here I can choose themes. Themes allow your phone to have different colors and different fonts and different styles. So I need to update themes before I can actually use it. Okay guys, so in Galaxy themes here, we got feature and we got top. Now if you tap on top and then tap on O, in here you can choose between O, paid or free theme. If you don't want to pay, you can select free theme, and then go in here and select a theme that you would like to use, and then tap on download. Now tap on the apply button, and it will apply the theme to the device. And that's it. Now you can see on my device I have new themes, new icons, And if I go into the app screen, you can see and there will be some different icons as well. And that is theme. If you want to revert the theme back to the default, you can go into the menu, tap and hold on the home screen, then tap on themes. Then in here, you can tap on my stuff, and then tap on themes, and then tap on default, and then tap on applied. And this will allow you to revert back to the default theme. And this is the default theme. Now next, we touch and hold on the home screen, and in here you can tap on widgets. Widgets allowing you to add in any functions to the home screen, such as a clock or a calendar. So here, if I add in the calendar, I can drag it to the home screen and let go. I can also readjust the widgets. You can readjust the widget size. You can swipe across here and touch and hold, and then tap on widgets. In here, you can also choose, say, a clock widget, alarm widget, digital clock, analog clock, and that's it. So you can also readjust the widget size. So you can add in many different widgets which are available. So go in here and swipe up or go down and see which widget that you like, and you can add them to your home screen. So here we got the weather widget. So you can drag the weather widget to your home screen and let go. And in the weather widget, you will be able to select which city to display. And that's it. So if you need to change the property of a widget, you can touch and hold on the widget, then tap on settings. And in here, you can change the widget style. So here you can see the clock. I can choose a different clock style. Each widget have a different property. So you need to go into the settings of each widget and change the property depending on the settings of that widget. And then tap on save to save the changes. For example, for the weather widget, you can go into the property and change the city, whereas the clock widget, which will allow you to change a different clock style. And if you go back into the home screen pages, there is a settings button. You can tap on that, and this will allow you to change all the settings relating to your home screen. And we will cover this later on in the settings menu. Okay, in this section, we'll take a look at how you can use the camera app. So on your home screen, you can open up the camera app by tapping on the camera icon. In cameras, different mode at the bottom, you can take a photo based on a portrait mode. Portrait mode allows you to focus on a subject while blurring the background. So you can choose portrait, and in here you can change the effects strength of your portrait photo. You can choose a standard photo mode. You can record a video. There is a more button, which in here you can go into pro mode, panorama, food, and macro shot. So let's say if you want to take a photo, you choose photo, point at a subject, and then tap on the shoot button to take a photo. You can also drag on the shutter button down like this to take a burst shot, allowing you to take multiple pictures all at once. You can also touch and hold and swipe across to start recording the video, or you can tap on the video button here to start recording the video by simply press on the record button and then stop. There's also a zoom here. You can zoom in or zoom out by changing your camera lens. As you can see here at the back, you have 3 different camera lenses. Actually, there's one more here for different camera lens, and this will allow you to change your wide angle or a macro lens. You can also zoom in or zoom out like this. So using a pinch function, you can zoom out and then zoom in. So this is when you're zooming in at 10x or zoom out. There are also some preset zoom settings. You can tap on it, which allow you to quickly go into 10 zoom 4 times or 2 times or wide angle lens. The same for photos. In photos, you can change different zoom up to 10 times. And you can also zoom in or zoom out. You can also switch the camera by tapping on the switch button here. This will allow you to switch to the front camera, switch to the back or the rear camera. Tapping on the more button, you can also choose to take panorama photo. Panorama photos allow you to take a wide angle photos. So you can tap on the shoot button like this and then move your phone across like that. At any time, you can tap on the stop button to finish the shot. And that's it. So that is panorama shot. And I'm going to go back here. At the top here, it will allow you to change the picture resolution. So you got 3/4, 50 megapixel, 3/4, 9/16, 9/16, and you can also have a 1:1, which is a square photo for Instagram. You can also choose a full screen photo. It goes all the way down to the bottom of the screen. And if you take a full screen shot, you can see the photos is in full screen mode. And here we also have the beauty or the filter button, allowing you to take beautiful pictures by making your blemishes on the skin to be more smoother. You can change the tone, you can change the jawline, you can change the eye, and there's on or off button. If you don't want to use beauty face, you can switch it off or you can leave it on. There's also a filters button at the top. Tap on that will allow you to apply different color filters to your camera. So here we've got Lolly Blossom, which is kind of like pinkish, warmish color. Okay, so this is the filters that which you can apply to your photo. And in here, there is also a timer. Tapping on the timer button allow you to take a photo with a timer. So here you can see if I tap on the shoot button, it will allow the timer countdown before taking a shot. At the top here, right next to the timer is the flash icon. You can force your phone to use the flashlight. It doesn't matter whether you have a good lighting environment or not. You can always tap on the shoot button and it will shoot with a flashlight. I forgot to turn off the timer, so I'm going to turn off the timer now. And in here, you can also choose auto flashlight, which the phone will automatically determine the need to use the flashlight or not. And lastly, we can tap on the settings button. In here are the settings for your camera. So you can choose to turn on or turn off, scan QR codes. You can choose how your swipe shutter button works. So at the moment it is set to take burst shot. You can set it to take animated GIF. You can choose whether the camera will store your pictures as high efficiency or the standard settings. Save selfies as preview. So this will save selfies and selfie videos as they appear in the preview window without flipping the image. Reduce file size for videos. Auto HDR, grid lines, you can turn it on or off. You can also choose whether to record your location for your camera. To allow location, we need to tap on while using the app. Only this time or don't allow. So you need to choose whether you want to allow the camera to access your current location or not. Shooting methods, you can choose how your camera will shoot to take the photos. So in here we can use show palm. Show your palm to the camera to take a selfie. Floating shutter button will allow the shutter button to be floating around the screen. So you can move them around the screen here. Tap on the button to take a photo. And then we have press volume key to take a picture or record a video. We can set it to zoom in or out for your camera. Next is the watermark. Add a watermark to the bottom left corner of your pictures. So you can choose to add a watermark. So here it says a shot with my Galaxy A13. So it looks like it is only a text watermark. You cannot insert a date. It would be nice if we can add in a date watermark. Unfortunately, we can't at this point in time. So I'll turn off watermark for now. And then permissions, you can choose what permission the camera has access to. And reset settings. If you have messed up your settings and you want to go back to the factory default, you can tap on reset, and this will reset your camera settings. And that's it. So once you have taken a photo, there is a preview window here. You can tap on the preview to preview or take a look at the photos that you have just taken. And that is a quick overview of your camera, using your camera. Now, just one more thing. When you tap on the subject here, you can also tap on the lock button. Lock button will allow you to lock in the exposure and the focus at this distance here. And if you want to unlock it, then the camera will automatically readjust the focus based on the distance or based on where you move your camera. So you can also choose to lock in the brightness and the focus, or you can have the camera automatically readjust the focus and the brightness. So if I want to make it very bright and I want to lock it in, so you can say it doesn't matter where I move or where I focus on my subject, the camera always will have the same exposure and same focus. And that's it for the camera. Okay, next up is the Samsung Internet Browser. On your phone, you can use the Samsung Internet Browser or the Google Chrome browser. Both of this app will allow you to browse the web. So if you like to use the Samsung Internet, you can open it up. In here, it will allow you to browse the internet by simply putting in the home address. So for example, you can put in google.com, and this will take you to the Google search engine. And let's say if you want to look up on maybe sport, cricket. So you want to look up some information about cricket, you can tap on it, sport cricket, and this will allow you to search for that information. Down here at the navigation bar, you can go back to the previous page, you can go to the next page, you can go back to the home screen, you can also open up your favorite bookmarks, and then from your bookmark you can open up Galaxy Shop, whatever you have a bookmark, you can tap on it. Here are the tabs, so you can switch between open tabs. So you can choose list, stack, or grid, and then choose OK. So in here you got turn on secret mode, so you can browse with privacy. So when you turn on secret mode, you will be able to browse with secrecy. It will not record your history. Once you close it, then all your history, browsing history, will be erased. And tap on it again will allow you to turn off secret mode. You can open up a new tab, so that you can have one tab open up Wikipedia and the other tab to view your Samsung mobile phone. You can also double tap on that to go into here and then open up new tab. You can also touch and hold on that button there. On my other device, I can touch and hold, and this will allow me to create a new tab. Yeah, so you can touch and hold on this button here, this tab button, and this will allow you to create a brand new tab. And from there, you can browse, tap on weather, for example, we can view the weather information. And to switch between different tabs, you can tap on that, and then you can, in here, you can switch between different tabs. When you are in the tabs menu, you can also tap on the more button. This will allow you to change the way how your tabs is displayed. You can close all tabs. You can open up a group of tabs. You can edit, view as. You can tap on view as to open up that window before. You can choose as list, stack, or grid. And then tap on OK. And now this will display your tabs as a stack. And then you can choose secret mode settings with a password. So you can choose whether you want to use password or reset the secret mode. And so that is the tabs in your Samsung browser. If you tap on the menu button in here, it will allow you to view all your download pages. You can view the history of all the pages that you have previously visited. You can view the history of your video that you have previously watched. Tap on the more button will allow you to clear history or delete certain records in your browsing history. Now if you tap on the menu key again, in here you can view history, you can view save pages. So when you browse for a web page, for example Google here, And let's say if that page has information that you want to save, you can then add page 2, and then you say save pages. Later on, you can always go to save pages and you can view the page without the need to access the internet. So it will save the page for offline viewing. And then we got the share button, so you can share that particular web page with your friend through messenger apps, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, whatever the messenger app you have installed on your phone, it will allow you to share it to. Next, we got the dark theme site, ad blockers. If you don't like to view a lot of ads on your Samsung Internet, you can install the ad blocker. So here, for example, we can install ad block for Samsung Internet, and it is now installed. That means it will help you preventing ads from appearing when you are browsing web pages or viewing YouTube videos. Right, I will go back, and the next option is find on page. There is a search button which allows you to search for text on the page. So in here we can see we can look for say singer. So go back and we'll find singer. So you can see you can search for text within the web page. And the next option is you can choose to have your web page to display in desktop mode or in mobile mode. And text size, you can change the text size of the web page. If the text is too small, you can increase the text size to make it larger or smaller, and then tap on OK. And you can also use a zoom feature to zoom in on the page. Zoom is different to text size. As for zoom, it will zoom the whole page, everything including the text, the images, and the design of the page. Next is the add-ons. You can choose add-on. So in here we got add-on for subtitles, translator, and share to earn. So that is pretty much it for your Samsung Internet. There are a few more options such as print PDF. You can print the web page, or you can save it as a PDF. You can choose privacy. In privacy, you can choose to turn on or turn off, block backward redirections, block pop-ups, block apps from open internet, warn about malicious sites, block automatic download, switch to secure connections. And that's it. So we go back in here to the menu, and finally we can tap on settings. Settings allow you to change the way how your Samsung Internet behave, such as you can sync all your web pages or the open tabs to the Samsung Cloud. You can choose what happens when you tap on the home page. So currently when you tap on the home page, it will open up quick access. You can choose so that when you open up the home page, it will open up google.com instead. Open up the Google search web page. You can manually print the web page here. So I can choose custom page and put in google.com and then tap on save. And now if I go back to my web page, and if I tap on the home button, it will go back to my default search engine. All right, so if we go back into settings, we have the address bar search. By default, it is set to Google search engine. You can set it to Google search, Yahoo search, Bing search, DuckDuckGo, or YouTube. So here, if I choose YouTube, and you can see if I go back to my search bar here, if I type in IT Jungles, we can see it will use YouTube search engines, and then it will display all the YouTube videos. Okay, so if I go back into settings again, and I change it back to Google, and here it says show suggested searches and website, you can choose to turn on or off. You can also tap on the add search engine to add in additional search engines to your list. And at the top here, you can delete any search engines that you have previously added to the list. And now we go back to the next option, layout and menus. So in here, you can choose what to show: hide status bar, show tab bar, show bookmark bar, and you can customize the menu for your Samsung Internet. So in here, you can customize the way the buttons the buttons work at the bottom. And then tap on, so I'm just going to tap on OK. And here you can see I can rearrange this button here. So home button I can rearrange. So I can move it to the left or to the right simply by touching and hold, and then drag it across to rearrange your navigation bar at the bottom. You can choose how the menu appears by simply dragging one of the icons at the top down to the menu at the bottom here. I can also tap in the refresh button. So just simply drag and hold it down. If you make some mistakes or if you don't like the way that you change the menu, you can always tap on the reset button to reset the menu back to the default. So here I can add in QR code scanner to the list. And then tap on the back key. And that is how you can customize your menu. So here we got hide status bar, show tab bar, show bookmark bar. And if I go back to my Samsung Internet, you can see at the top here, there are now tabs. It will hide, sometimes it will hide the status bar. Once you start to browse the web, you can see the status bar has been hidden. And if you want to bring it back, you can go back into layout and menus, and you can turn off hide status bar. You can hide the tab bar or hide the bookmark bar. And then you got web page view and scrolling. So in here, you can choose to turn on or turn off, show go to top button, show go to bottom button, scroll bar. You can set the scroll bar on the right, left, or hide. You can change the dark mode. You can change the web page text size, pinch to zoom in and out of web pages. You can switch it off or on. You can turn on or turn off request desktop size. So here you can see I can pinch in or pinch out to zoom in or zoom out of the page. So those are the things that you can change inside your Samsung Internet settings. You can also turn on high contrast mode or turn it off. Then you've got browsing privacy dashboard. In here, it will show you all the things that your Samsung Internet has tracked. So you can block certain things, such as block backward redirections, block pop-ups, block apps from opening Internet, and you can go through here and choose which features you want to activate or deactivate. Here we've got smart anti-tracking. So here you can choose always, secret mode only, or never. And then you got personal browsing data. In here you can choose delete browsing data to delete all your browsing history, phone and search history, cookies and site data, cache images and files, password, and autofill forms. You can also choose how Samsung Internet manage the username and password, such as can it offer you to save sign in info or save the auto sign in. You can switch it off if you don't want the Samsung Internet to save the sign in info. And finally, in personal browsing data, you can choose secret mode, and in here it will allow you to turn off or turn on use password for secret mode. So that is personal browsing data, and down here we got permissions, and this one will give you all the information which permission your Samsung Internet has access to. And finally, you got discontinue use of Samsung Internet. Tap on that. This will allow you to delete Samsung Internet from your device. Down here is sites and downloads. It will show you notifications. You can choose which sites can send you notifications. If you have subscribed to a site notifications and they keep sending you notifications, you can go in here and remove those websites from notifications. Manage web data. In here, you can go and delete web data, website data. This will allow you to clear up some space so that you can weaken your storage space. And also just back in downloads, you can also choose where to save your download files to. So tap on that file icon and then tap on Add button, and you can choose to create a new folder within the download folder, and from there you can choose where your file are saved to. And it says Ask before starting downloads. You can turn it on or off. The next one is useful features. In here, you can turn on Allow autoplay videos. You can turn on or turn off Video Assistant. So you get advanced controls for videos on website. Show video mode button on the address bar. You can also choose open links in other apps, turn on or off. And lastly is the Labs button. Labs button will allow you to turn on or turn off, use system fonts for web pages, and use website dark theme. And that's it. So that is a lot of settings for your Samsung Internet. And in here you can use the search. Here I'm going to go back at the top, and I type in test, and then tap on go. In here you can see it will allow you to browse for web pages. You can select text from web pages. When you select text, you can choose copy, share, you can search, you can find within the web page. Now there is a button I can tap on it that will allow me to quickly go back to the top. So if I tap that will quickly take me back to the top of the web page. And that is Samsung Internet. Next is your phone application. So in here, if you tap on the phone application, you can have there are three tabs at the bottom: keypad, recent, and contacts. So you can choose a contact from the list here to make a call. Recent tabs will display all the recent calls that you have made on your phone, and keypad will allow you to key in a phone number. And from here, you can tap on the dial button. You start making a phone call. At the top here, if you tap on the More button, and then in here, it will allow you to set speed dial numbers. You can choose Open to Keypad, so that every time you open up your phone application, then the keypad will always open by default. Settings, going into settings will allow you to block a phone numbers or block anyone that trying to keep spamming you or annoying you. You can choose whether to show or hide caller ID and spam protection. You can set call background. So in here, you can choose a picture so that when a call comes in, it will show a background pictures from your choice of selection. Call alerts and ringtones. You can choose a number of different behaviors for the incoming call, such as vibrate when answer, vibrate when calls ends, play tone when call connects, play tone when calls ends, allow alarm, notification sounds in calls. You can change the ringtone for the incoming call. By default, it is set to Galaxy Bells. You can choose over the horizon. And down here, you got call vibration pattern, vibrate while ringing. Do you want to turn on vibration or turn off vibration? Play sounds for keypad tap, or you can switch it off. And vibrate for keypad taps, you can also switch it off. And next, we got answering and ending calls. You can choose what happened when you answer the call or end the call. So it can read out callers' names aloud, answer automatically, press volume up to answer calls, press side keys to end calls. Next is the quick decline messages. So when you have an incoming call, instead of picking up the call, you can reject a call by using a text to reply. So here you can choose, please text me, you can call me back, I'll call you later, or hi, I am not here now. And then tap on add, and this will allow you to add into the quick decline messages. So when you receive an incoming call, you can decline with a message, hi, I'm not here now. And in here you got call display while using apps. So you can choose while you are using an app, and if you receive an incoming call, you can choose it to display as a small pop-up, or a mini pop-up, or a full screen. And in here say keep calls in pop-up, so you can choose what happened after calls are answered. You can choose to keep them in pop-up or open them in full screen. Next is the Wi-Fi calling. You can choose to turn on Wi-Fi calling or not. And in here, you can see it's a calling preference, mobile, network prefer, or Wi-Fi prefer. Sometimes if you are in a certain area where the cell signal is quite weak, then it is better to use Wi-Fi signal. So you can try to attempt to make a phone call via Wi-Fi instead of making a call through your cell network. So this is where it becomes handy when you are in a remote area where the cell signal are quite weak. Next is your voicemail. You can set up your voicemail. It will show your voicemail number, which you can dial that number to hear your missed call or messages from voicemail. Supplementary services allow you to change, such as call forwarding. You can choose to show hide your caller ID. You can turn on or turn off call barring and call waiting. For call barring, sometimes you may not be able to activate it because your network carrier may not want you to turn on or turn off call barring. So if you tap on call barring, you may not be able to set the restriction. So these functions will depend on whether your network carrier allow you to use them or not. I'm going to tap on the back key. And you can also turn on fixed dialing numbers to restrict outgoing calls. Next is other call settings. In here, you can choose to show hide, contacts without numbers, show caller information, show contacts numbers in calls, swipe to call or text, and roaming assistance. And that's it. So here, if you want to use the speed dial numbers, you can tap on that, and in here you can set who to call for speed dial number 2. So in here, say I can choose this one, and for speed dial number 3, I can manually put in a number like 123, and then I can select from my contact. And if I tap on back, you can see here, number 1 is always preserved for voicemail, and other number are available for you to use. So if I want to use the speed dial number 3 from the keypad, what you do is you touch and hold on that number. It will allow you to quickly make a speed dial. And that's it. So that is everything from your phone application. If you tap on the Recent tab, it will show you recent phone numbers that you have received and recently you have made. You can also swipe across to quickly send a message or swipe away across this way to make a call. You can also touch and hold on that and select them, and from there you can tap on the delete button to delete your call history. You can also filter your calls by all calls, missed calls, rejected calls, outgoing calls, and incoming calls. And from here, contacts. If you tap on the contacts app, in here it will allow you to open up a contact, and then from there you can make a phone call, send a text message, or you can tap on information button, and here you can choose to edit the contact, and so on. And that's it. That is everything for calls. You can also create a new contact by tapping on the add button, and this will allow you to create a new contact. And you can create a new contact name, phone number, and email address, and then tap on saved. And that's it. Next, we will look at another app. Now, from the home screen, if you swipe up, it will go into the app screen. In here are all the apps that has been installed, and all the apps which are available for you to use. Now, at the moment, you can see by default it has a Samsung folder. In here, in the Samsung folder, you've got Smart Things, Voice Recorder. My Files is a file manager, allowing you to manage files on your device. You've got the Samsung Internet, which we have already discussed. You've got Samsung Health, Radio, Messages, and Smart Switch. And then you got Google. In the Google folder, you've got Google app, the Chrome browser app, Gmail. You got the Maps application. You got YouTube, Drive, which is an online cloud storage drive. You got Google TV, Meet, and Photos. And then you got OneDrive, which is another online cloud storage drive from Microsoft. You got Play Store. This is where you go and download apps. So if you tap on Play Store, this will allow you to go and search and download any apps that you want to use. Then you got Samsung members, Galaxy stores. Galaxy stores are pretty much similar to Play Store. You can go into Galaxy Store. It is from Samsung, and you can go in here and search for apps. And once you find an app that you are happy with, you can then install them for you to use on the device. Next up is Facebook, Spotify for listening to music. You've got a phone app, messages, camera, gallery, clock, contacts, settings, calendar, calculator, YouTube Music, Samsung Notes, game launcher, and then other apps that you have installed on the device. Okay, next up is the email app. If you swipe up, and in here you can tap on Google, and then you'll be able to use Gmail already. So you can tap on Gmail, and this will open up your Gmail inbox right here. And from the Gmail, you will be able to compose emails. So tap on Take Me to Gmail, and this will allow you to go directly to your Gmail. And you can tap on your inbox. You can reply to an existing message, or you can tap on Compose button to compose a new email. So I'm going to tap on Got It, and here you can write to address at Jungles tests, and then type on subject, so tests, and then we're just going to put in the content test. You can also attach pictures and files. So tap on attach file, and here you'll be able to attach files such as pictures or any files from My Files file manager, and then just tap on the send button. And that is for Gmail. If you want to use the Samsung email application, you can download it. So it is not available in here, so you need to download it from the Play Store. So in here we can look for Samsung email. So you can try to look for Samsung email, and then tap on install button. Once it is installed, we can then add in your preferred email service to the Samsung email app. Alright, once it is installed, you can tap on the open button, and in here you can choose which email services that you want to use. So for example, if we choose Gmail, then tap on allow, and then select a Gmail account that you want to use, and we need to sign in. Once you have signed into your email account, you'll be able to use your Samsung email application. And the next thing that you can do is to send text messages on your device. So here I'm going to archive them for now. And this is the default messages app on your phone. Tap on the compose button here. Will allow you to compose a text message. At the top here, you can put in a contact name, or you can put in a phone number. So you can put in a phone number, and then you can also delete that. If that input is incorrect, we can delete it. And we can go down and select a contact that you want to send. So here I'm going to select that number. And at the bottom here, you can then put in the a text message. So I'm going to put in test, and you can attach a picture. So tap on the attach button, and then in here we can attach a picture, or you can tap on the add button here to add in a stickers, GIF stickers. You can attach files, your GPS location. You can attach a contacts. You can also send a schedule, weather information, restaurant, and so on. So select what you want to attach in this text message. And then tap on the send button. And that is how you can compose and send a text message. At the top here, you can tap on the option key, and in here it will allow you to view the details of a message. you can mute the notifications from this conversation, or you can archive or delete this current conversation. Now, if I close this conversation and go back to my messages, you can tap on the Option key and then tap on Settings. In Settings, you can change the way how your text messages work. You can turn on chat features. You can change notifications. You can set the bubbles as to all, selected only, or none. You can choose Hear Outgoing Messages, sounds, pinch to zoom, conversation text. Select your current country, suggestions, automatic previews, spam protection, advanced settings. And that's it. So that's the settings. And here you can also tap on device pairing to pair with another device. You can also choose theme, favorite your messages, view your archive messages. You can set the spam and block features, and that is how you can compose messages. To install apps on your Galaxy A13, from the home screen, you can swipe up and tap on Play Store. And in Play Store, we go back, and in here, tap on the search box. In the search text box, put in the name of the app that you want to install. For example, I want to install Facebook. Put in Facebook, and then you can either update or install the app. Now I can go down here and select another app to install, such as WhatsApp Messenger, and then tap on Install button. And just wait for the install to finish, and after that, it should be available in your app screen. So you can see here at the moment, it is still installing the app. So I'm going back to Play Store. It is now pending, so we're just going to wait for that to finish. So there are a lot of features that you can do on this phone. Now, obviously, I cannot cover all the topics in this one video. The main purpose of this video is I want to cover some of the major things that you can do on this phone, allowing you to quickly use the device. If you swipe down at the top and tap on the settings icon in here, you'll be able to change your account details. You can change the connections settings, such as Wi-Fi settings, Bluetooth settings, airplane mode, mobile networks, data usage, and mobile hotspot and tethering. You can tap on more connection settings, allowing you to set VPN, private DNS, printing, and nearby device scanning. And if you go back out, you can change sounds and vibration on your device. You can change the ringtone for your incoming call, change the notification sound. You can change the volume for the device, turn on or turn off, or change the call vibration pattern. And you can also change the vibration intensity, set system sound and vibration control, change the sound quality and effects, and separate app sound. Then if you go down, you can change the way your display works. You can choose light or dark theme. You can change your dark mode settings when it will turn on. So you can schedule when it will turn on automatically from sunset to sunrise, or set a custom schedule. And if we go back into display, I'm going to choose light theme. You can change the brightness, turn on or turn off, adaptive brightness, eye comfort shield, font size and style, sorry. You can change the screen zoom, full screen apps, screen timeout. You can change the navigation bar style, whether you want to use swipe gestures, buttons, and button order. And you can also turn on or turn off touch sensitivity. You can also set a screensaver for the display. Next is the wallpaper and style. So in here you can change the wallpaper and style as we have covered previously. Next is the home screen settings. So you can change your home screen layout, home screen grid, apps screen grid, folder grid, add media page to home screen, show app screen button on home screen, lock home screen layout, hide apps, and so on. Next is the lock screen. This is quite an important topic. In here, you can set your screen lock type, whether you want to set it as a pin. You can choose pattern lock. You can choose fingerprint unlock, password, face unlock, or fingerprints. And if you go back, you can set the smart lock. Smart lock is the way how your phone can automatically unlock when you are in a certain location or when you are right next to a trusted device or in a trusted places or on body detection. That is for smart lock. And you can set secure locking, wallpaper services, clock style, warming clock, widgets, notifications, shortcuts for your lock screen. And if we go back, you can now also change biometrics and security. So in here we can set face recognition, fingerprints, more biometric settings, Google Play Protect, security update, Find My Mobile. Turn this on, you'll be able to locate your lost or missing mobile phone. You can also allow install unknown apps, set up private share, encrypt your SD card for extra security on your data, and other security settings. Next up is the privacy section where you can control which apps has access to your microphone, your cameras, and so on. You can go into Permission Manager and manage the permission on your device. Then you got location. This will allow you to turn on or turn off location so the app can track your GPS. You got safety and emergency. And then you got accounts and backup. In here you can set up your accounts, your Samsung account, your Gmail account, and your Facebook account, and any other account. You can also back up your data to Samsung Cloud, to Google Drive, or bring data from an old device. Or you can move your data to an external storage, such as your USB drive, your micro SD card, and so on. And in here, you got advanced features. In advanced features, you can set your Android Auto Connect, Quick Share, Labs. You can set how the sidekick functions, motion and gestures, one-headed mode, screenshots, show context when sharing content, game launcher, and Dual Messenger. Next is the digital well-being and parental controls. In here, you can manage the digital well-being of your device, such as how much time you should be able to use your device each day. In here, it will tell you how much time you spend on each app, and you can set the screen time goal so that if you spend too much time on your device, your phone will notify you and remind you to have a break. So that is for digital well-being. You can set the focus mode, bedtime mode, and parental controls. Next is the battery and device care. In here, you'll be able to manage your battery usage, your storage usage. You will be able to view how much memory is being stored in the cache, device protection, and you can also diagnostics if you have a problem with your device. Next is the apps. So in apps, you can manage your apps in here. In this section, you can choose the default apps for your phone. You can set up or manage Samsung app settings. In here, you can open up an app and you can choose whether to install an app, remove an app, change the app notifications, change the app permissions, set an app timer. You can view the usage of mobile data from an app, the battery usage, storage. You can also choose to allow some permissions such as install unknown apps and allow or don't allow picture-in-picture for this app. You can also disable an app or you can force stop. In some app, you can also remove them. So let's say this one here, some pre-installed app you can only disable, but for any app that you have installed, you can uninstall them. And that's it. So this app here, you can see there are some additional features such as appear on top. And after that is general settings. In here, you can set the language for your device, text to speech. You can set the date and time. You can manage your Samsung keyboard settings. So you can see you can do things like set the auto replays, suggest text corrections, text shortcuts, keyboard toolbar, theme, mode, size and transparency of the keyboard, change the keyboard layout, font size, custom symbols, and so on. You can set physical keyboard, mouse and mouse trackpad. You can set passwords and autofill, and you can also reset your device. By resetting your device, you can reset all settings, reset network settings, reset accessibility settings, factory data reset, or you can change the auto restart at set time. So that is general management. And down here is the accessibility. Accessibility is a huge section where you can change the talkback features, set the visibility enhancement, set hearing enhancements, use the interaction and dexterity advanced settings. In advanced settings, you can set the accessibility button, side and volume keys, volume up and volume down keys, flash, notifications, time to take action, speak keyboard, input allowed. And you'll also be able to view install apps. Install apps are additional apps that you can install for the accessibility features. And lastly, you can go into software update, to download and install the latest update for your Galaxy A13. And you could use a menu, remote support, and about phone. There is one hidden section, which is the developer options. Now, developer options are for developers when they are wanting to test on your device. So it is not recommended that you turn on that feature if you are not an app developer. So that is all the settings on your Galaxy A13. And in here, you also have the Gallery app. Gallery app is where you can view all your pictures. After you have taken a picture using your camera, the picture galleries will store or host all your pictures in here. Whether you transfer your pictures from a computer or you download it from the web, or you have downloaded from an app, all the pictures will be available for you to view from the Gallery app. And here you can view pictures by pictures tab, or you can view pictures by albums, or you can view pictures by stories. You can create stories by going into the menu in here and tap on the settings up here, and you can tap on create stories to create a stories from your albums. And from here you can view photos or videos by favorites, recent, by locations, and you can also view the trash bin to see any photos that you have deleted in the past. And that's it. There is still a lot of other features and apps to be covered. Unfortunately, we do not have enough time to cover everything, but hopefully I have covered all the major things that you to get you ready to use your Samsung Galaxy A13. So now, lastly, if one day you decide not to use your phone anymore, or if you have upgraded to a newer model, you can go into settings, and in here you can tap on general management, and then tap on reset, and then tap on factory data reset, and this will allow you to erase everything on your device. Tap on reset, and then put in the pin, and then tap on delete all, and then we need to put in the account before we can delete